a club that does not take risks and that does everything in this sustainable matter will just not win the UCL. Not doable. The biggest thing is, like, I also asked the one question that has always been on my mind, because I think, as a person who loves football, I always think, hey, if you have a successful manager, you kind of keep him and everything. But then he struck me with this thing, and he said, and that I hadn't thought about it this way. See, managers also have sort of an expiring term. They go and are successful, like Jose Mourinho, if he would stay in his club or whatever, or Pep or anyone, like Jurgen Klopp right now, there is this period where you can make good changes in the club, where you can make like good changes in a country development. Also, like Yogi Löw, he was great in 2014 with Germany, then he fell off, all this stuff. And Abramovich said that his focus was better to change these people as soon as they start falling off, before they go and start losing terribly, and then their whole legacy gets ruined. It's just better to let them go, let them take new adventures, new positions, and grab someone else who can fix it and again be on the peak of their abilities. That's the thing.
So, and I think that's.
But again, this is why, by the way, he's a great businessman and I'm a journalist, because I wouldn't have ever thought of thinking of this in this matter, but it is what it is.
Oh, no, because I think that's why he had the eye of when to hire or when to sack managers. Because again, you look at Lampard. I'm sure that was a very painful thing for him to sack Lampard based on his relationship with him. But he had to sack him, and he'd never bring him back, because, as you just said, he knew that, okay, this manager's time is sort of going down. Let me nip it in the bud before the damage is done. So he would have sacked Potter a lot earlier, because he would have already seen and had the foresight of, this doesn't work. I need to cut ties now and bring in another manager right now at the same time, which is one of the things he did well. Did you touch upon maybe people's critiques of his tenure with regards to hiring and sacking managers and just how he ran Chelsea? Because people said, the way he ran Chelsea was not maybe sustainable in how he quickly hired and sacked managers and so forth, that it was too much of a short-term vision.
I can speak about that if I understood you correctly, because my internet is a bit lagging here. I hope you don't mind.
That's fine. That's fine.
Riga is not London. It's just that I sometimes lose you for a second, and then you come back. I'm sorry for that if there are any losses here. The sustainability. I didn't ask him this big question in a specific way. I asked him what are the bigger goals of everything, and as far as I understood it, it was all about the fact that you cannot just run everything sustainably if you want to win trophies. Sustainable things are basically mid-table clubs who they are sustainable. But to go big, to win the league, to win the UCL, you have to take risks. You have to do the gambling part. A club that does not take risks and that does everything in this sustainable matter will just not win the UCL. Not doable. And yes, sometimes the risks don't pay out. Sometimes they do. And
no risk, no reward.
But if you have some sort of backbone there, it's just like, and the Abramovich, he said that in his business too, not every deal works out. But what is important is to have this backbone there, which you can fall back to some sort of. If the backbone is strong, then the rest of the body will follow. If you know what I mean, you have to take gambles, you have to take some beatings, and what's important is that if you can basically, if you can push through, sometimes you will have bad seasons, but that is also only the only way how you will actually achieve something big, something important. Well, I think he succeeded in some measure of that.
I mean, I completely.
What was he like? Two UCL victories, I think.
Yeah, no. I 1,000% agree. I think the bottom line is no risk, no reward. Nothing is perfect. But if you want to really achieve greatness and so forth, you've got to be risky, you've got to take gambles, you've got to put yourself out there. When you put yourself out there, you're going to take a few lumps and a few bruises.